Hey fellow Vaultwares, it's Angry Turtle and coming with a quick video about PTS updates, because there was a small patch last Friday, I think it was Friday, but huge implications. Then don't be deceived by the fact that the patch seems to be small, the changes are huge. Then let's dive into those patch notes first, then we will log into the PTS server to show you exactly what happened. But first, followed words, and there is like a bunch of bug fixes, description improvement, nothing really significant. If you want to read through that, that's fine, just pause the video and read through it. I will skip this part as there is nothing really interesting and go into daily ops. And look at that first. It's look very small, but implications are much bigger. Volatile, enemy explosion damage has been adjusted. While volatile enemies will still deal the same amount of damage, a larger portion of it is now fire damage, so that players can mitigate it more effectively with fire resistance. Look how sneaky this note is. Mitigate it more effectively with fire resistance. What they don't want to tell you in here is that fireproof itself will not stop all the damage from the explosion. What's a good improvement? It will be finally doing some damage if you don't have fire resistance from like legendary perk. Otherwise still nothing, but if you have fire resistance and fireproof, then you'll resist them, but if you don't have it, it will do damage. What's actually good, because this mutation is like so easy to ignore. If you have fireproof at this moment, it's doing 0 damage, then making it do some damage actually, it's a probably good thing. Next, mutations. All weapons used by freezing enemies will now apply the freezing touch effect except grenades and mines. That's actually a bug fix because it wasn't very consistent. Not all the enemies with freezing touch were actually freezing you, then that was fixed. And next, operation report. The daily ops operation report screen now informs players that they earning bonus rewards during double mutation weekends. The double mutation weekends, it's what's coming with the next patch in regards to daily op update. Then yeah, it will be indicated on the reward screen. What's good, because it was really easy to get confused that you didn't get double rewards, as they kind of randomize, as you know, sometimes higher, sometimes lower, and without this indication it was hard to tell if you actually was getting your double rewards. And now, items. Ammo converted is like a small fix here, and black powder weapons, another small fix related to appearance. Nothing super important. And after that we have Grenadier under perk cards. That's a huge one. The Grenadier perk card now properly increases the blast damage radius of grenades. Seems really insignificant here, but okay, I will show you. We'll go into the game. I will finish reading the notes and I will show you in game. And last, quests and events. And here's like a bunch of bug fixes related to events and stuff like that. Nothing really game breaking, but it's good. Like whatever was broken, it's fixed now. And yeah, let me log into PTS and I will show you Grenadier. And here we are on the public test server. Just a quick reminder, all the changes we are talking about in regards to public test server are expected to arrive into live game version in September. Then just a quick reminder about that. And now, Grenadier. Okay, let me unequip it first to show you the current state. Just a reminder, if you don't remember, I have concentrated fire only equipped at this moment. I'm using Gauss shotgun intentionally because it's the most visible on this weapon. I will try to hit him in the head without charging, and you can see I'm doing 0 damage because basically head of super mutants is too far away from like his legs, his like a base. It's a weird calculation, like basically a quick recap without talking again about everything. I was talking in almost 20-minute video about explosions. If you hit enemy like in the head, then damage of explosion is calculated based on the distance from whatever you hit to the base of the enemy, like to the ground. And farther away from the hit to the ground, the less damage you are doing. It's based on radius of the explosion, and if it's too far, you are doing 0 damage. Then in case of Gauss weapons, as they have quite low radius, you're doing no damage in that case. If you hit enemy that have like a head close to the ground, you see do damage. case of this enemy is close to his base, you do damage, but Super Mutant's just too tall, and you do 0 damage. Now, normally Grenadier perk was only working with grenades, that's why this patch notes is confusing. It was always working with grenades, with throwable grenades, and with Tesla rifle. But what they actually did, it applied Grenadier perk to all the explosions now, what means explosive weapons count as well. All the explosive weapons, not only the Gauss weapons, but Gauss weapon is the most visible. Now, I hit him in the head and you can see I'm doing damage. I double up the explosion radius and I'm doing damage. Therefore, explosive weapons are effective now if you aim for the head, and in case of small radius explosions, they much more effective if you aim for the body. And perfect example for that will be Broadsider, the infamous Broadsider. It quite often failed to do damage because explosion radius is really small and impact damage is just 1, then you really need this explosion radius. Now if I will equip it and target torso, as you want to target torso for maximum hit chance, it used to do very little damage if you do not target like a leg. I was forced to target a leg, but now I can target the torso. And look at that! Look at this action! Look what's going on! I'm wrecking them! I can target torso! They only level 50, but I will show you that it works as well on higher level. Let me go on the inside. Okay, we have level 75 Super Mutant. And you can see I'm doing damage to the torso. It's not one shot necessarily, because they higher level, but I'm doing damage to him. I missed now. Like in VATS, you still want to use explosive weapons in VATS, as there is like a double damage compared to like hip firing. Although hip firing works way better now due to the range being improved. And that's a downside. You can actually way easier self-damage yourself. Okay, I'm back. Where is the Super Mutant? There is a Super Mutant. And shot, and twice he's dead. Look at that. I can actually even shoot him in the head and still do damage most likely now. Let me see. Can I do damage if I shoot him in the head? Yes! I did! I did actually kill him! Yeah, I can do damage if I shoot to the head. If you're not aware about it, it was absolutely impossible to do damage with Broadsider shooting in the head. And I broke my Broadsider. It looked like it's still squishy. And Broadsider fixed. Oh, it was one shot. I think with adrenaline charge, maybe I will be getting one shot on more of them. Okay, Doggo is one shot. What's that? Level 60. One shot. Level 75. One shot. Yeah, with adrenaline stack up, I can one shot them. That's awesome. Broadsider, the new MVP after the patch with Grenadier perk. Just need to be careful to don't kill yourself with explosive weapons, as it's possible now with improved radius. Level 75. Yep, one shot, adrenaline stack, it's perfect. It's perfect. I love the new Broadsider even more. You know, I was a big fan of the Broadsider before, but now it's the next level of broadsiding. Can you say broadsiding? I don't know really, but it works. And that's important. Then yeah, guys, this perk is new, awesome perk. If they will not revert this change, I hope it's not, because it's clearly intentional as they put it into the patch notes. They said that it will work on grenades, but it was always working on grenades. Then now it's working on everything. Then that's the huge change, that's the biggest one. And I don't know if I can show you explosive enemies in daily ops. No, because there is no explosive enemies in daily ops currently. If I will catch them one day, I will show you. Anyway, those are the changes. Let me know what you think. Do you have your favorite explosive weapons that you would like to test after this patch goes live and Grenadier will actually work on them? I can think of a lot of weapons that I would like to test with this new Grenadier. I cannot wait. It's like a really small change in patch notes, but implications are really huge. The changes to the gameplay, the buff to all type of explosive weapons. If it's explosive legendary effect or natively explosive or whatever explosion is there, yeah, it's working. Alright, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you a lot for watching, everyone, and as always, see you in the next one.